President Joe Biden signed a bill into law that gives the go-ahead for a federal commission to study the potential for a national museum dedicated to history of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders in the United States.
On his Monday speech, President Joe Biden says Asian American and Native Hawaiians, Pacific Islanders have literally shaped the history and the contours of the United States. The president was joined at the bill signing ceremony by Vice President Kamala Harris, the first person of Indian descent to be elected to the position. The commission to study the potential creation of a National Museum of Asian Pacific American History and Culture Act would create a commission of 8 individuals with expertise in museum planning or Asian Pacific American history and culture. They will study the possibility of establishing such a museum in Washington, which would be possibly as part of the Smithsonian Institution.
Today I'm honored to sign into law something that's long overdue. And the National Museum of Asian and Pacific American History and Culture here in Washington, D.C. Throughout our history, beyond what the Vice President pointed out, Asian American, Native Hawaiians, Pacific Islanders have literally shaped the history and the contours of this country. And it's about time for a national museum to capture the courage, the character, and the imagination. And maybe, from my perspective, looking from a little bit from a distance, is the dreams and the heart and the soul of the generations of our fellow Americans who came before you and all of you.
Hussein Al-Sheikh, a senior Palestinian official, increasingly seen as a successor to the 86-year-old President Mahmoud Abbas, says relations with Israel have become so bad that Palestinian leaders cannot go on with business as usual.
Hussein Al-Sheikh concerns on Palestinian-Israeli relations, which are at their lowest and their worst, because of the unilateral measures taken by the Israeli government. Al-Sheikh defended Palestinian leadership in the occupied West Bank, saying it was doing the best it could under the difficult circumstances of Israel's 55-year-old military occupation. But Palestinian critics say Al-Sheikh owes his position to Abbas, who recently appointed him to a senior position in the Palestine Liberation Organization. Without holding an internal election, it would potentially pave the way for Hussein Al-Sheikh to succeed current leader Mahmoud Abbas.
نرحب بزيارة الرئيس بايدن إلى المنطقة، وربما تكون هذه الزيارة فرصة كبيرة للخروج من المأزق الكبير الذي تعيشه المنطقة، وبالذات العلاقات الفلسطينية الإسرائيلية. العلاقات الفلسطينية الإسرائيلية أستطيع أن أقول بأنه هي في أدنى حالاتها وفي أسوأ حالاتها نتيجة الإجراءات الأحادية التي تقدم عليها